However, we do have these splatters, and these are good. I'm going to do the exact same thing I did before. Just put another layer and put it behind this one, 17, that has all the black designs to it. And let's fool around a bit. Let's change our color to something like this red. And maybe, well, no, let's do the exact same one. We'll just change its direction. And now let's go to our blur tool. My blur tool is in the shape of a butterfly. Oh, it doesn't matter. Let's use the butterfly blur tool. And then we get in there and blur it around. For good measure, let's just liquefy it. Oops. Like that. And then let's add some final touches to it. Oops. Over here, this time I'm going to do a little bit of yellow coloration. These are all just final effects. We're getting down to the end here, because there can only be so much that I do before I just make it look completely ugly. I'm going to blur in the middle a bit. Yeah. There we go. Now it looks like it's coming together in the middle. Let's take that up a notch. And it's like one color in the middle. Okay, one of the last things I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some things out. And I'm going to put some typography in it. Before I do that, let me see if there's anything more I can do with the black tool. I mean, well, a black color, more vectors or anything else I want to do. But I think I've pretty much done everything. Well, for one thing, it's definitely come together for, you know, for all it's been through, it's come together. I was still on the blur tool. See, that just looks tacky. That's promising. Change the direction a bit, like that. And I don't know. Maybe it's been a little bit too much. We can definitely put it underneath it though. That'll definitely look like something. I'm gonna put one more in here. There we go. Okay. And like I said before, one of the last things we're going to do is we're going to cut pieces out for one last really interesting look. Let's find some interesting pieces or brushes to cut out with. Keep finding brushes I want to use. Eventually know when enough is enough. Unfortunately, that is not what I'm good at. Became less oriental and more just graphic. There we go. Couldn't leave the piece over there alone. Alright. Last thing we're going to cut out pieces so that it has some room to breathe and it'll look really nice. And then we're going to put in some text. I know what you're thinking. You're probably like, there's no way we can have room to put into text. Well, we are going to have some. And finally, after all this time, we're going to actually enhance the character a bit, because everything around him is so, you know, wild, that there's nothing, you know, wild about him himself, so let's change him a bit. And I'm thinking we're going to go to filter with that. Let's go to filter gallery. We started on glass. Look how crazy he looks. With filter gallery, we can just run through some stuff, you know, see what we can do with it. No, that's interesting. No, well, actually, nope. Plaster grab, nope. Maybe. No. I was thinking about poster edges. I still think that would probably look really interesting. I'll just make him look really, really posterized. Watercolor always looks really nice.